Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Yeah, I really didn't have a topic, but because I hadn't posted in a couple of days, I just wanted to make consistent content. So I really don't have a set topic. I want to thank the people that have been on my channel for as long as my channel has been around. I want to thank all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you. And so even though I can't get my thoughts together and I can't get them clear like I want to, we will be having some more discussions, more topics, more things to talk about. I know the Diddy trial is going on right now and it is about to come to a close. I think it's only supposed to last until the end of June. So my thoughts on that is, yes, it could be a distraction. Also, I feel like I don't see any real evidence that they've proven. As far as the Cassie situation, you know my thoughts and opinions on that. As far as these other people, y'all, and people are not going to agree with what I'm saying. There's nothing different about what Diddy is doing compared to what these politicians and other people in the industry have done to people. It's a reason that he's on trial. And I think it has something to do with that liquor deal. I think it has a lot to do with that. I don't even think people really care about the victims. The people, this is really to publicly humiliate him. This is to teach him a lesson. As quickly as they give you your riches, your fame, your power, they can take it away. And so they're showing him who's in charge. They're showing him who's in control, who's the boss. Yeah, we put you like a dog on the leash. We let this leash go as far as we want it to go. But as soon as we're ready to yank it back, you coming back to us. You're going to get in this cage and we have control of you. So he's having a very interesting way of finding out of how to be humble, if he can be humble, because he's very arrogant and cocky. I don't think that any of the people that were around him are naive to the fact of what he has been doing behind the scenes with people. And I think a lot of people are willing participants as long as they get what they want out of him: money, position, resources, and opportunities. And so a lot of these females have pimped themselves out. And they cannot blame Diddy for their decisions. And that's just my thoughts and opinions on it. Is he wrong, for some of the things he's done? Yes, I think he's wrong. Is he wrong for threatening people, for putting hands on people? Absolutely. But if this has been going on for so many years and people keep coming around him and kept supporting him and not saying anything, then they're just as complicit. You have the lady KK. I talked about her last year on my channel, and she's come up missing, nowhere to be found, very quiet, probably seeking attorney counsel, legal counsel, because she knows what she's been doing. And I saw Ariel, the attorney, talking about this Jane Doe victim, and her files were hidden. It's almost like the police didn't believe her, and a lot of it is because of who Diddy is. That is no different than what Steve Harvey's wife, the second wife, said about him in the state of Texas. The judge was paid off, and the property she was supposed to have did not go to her. Marjorie and Steve, they forged her name on those documents. So a lot of collusion, a lot of fraudulent behavior goes on every day in the entertainment industry, in politics. Nothing is done about it. Nothing is said about it until someone gets upset and they want to teach these people a lesson. So that's my thoughts and opinions on that Diddy trial. Also, I feel that if you have Diddy locked up for all these things he's done, you might as well let R. Kelly free, because what Diddy has done compared to what R. Kelly was accused of are two totally different things. I mean, you had grown women willingly going over there, not being held captive, being in role play, saying that he put a leash and a collar around them. Andrea, you are full of it. You are full of yourself. And I don't believe that she was completely victimized. She could come on there and make herself cry. Y'all, we got to see behind these crocodile tears, because that woman is playing games. She was playing games on the media. And to add insult to injury, she had R. Kelly's daughter to come out and speak out about him and claiming that she had been touched at the age of 9. Something about her story just seems a little questionable to me, because if this were the case, why wouldn't you have said something way back then? So you have to understand, women who are scorned and women with an agenda and a motive can be very dangerous, very vicious, and very snake-like, y'all. This is why I don't trust females. This is why you don't see me flocking around a group of females. They are not to be trusted, and when they want to set you up, they will. Men will fall for it until the end of time. They're never, ever going to be smarter than the female when it comes to getting set up. And why is that? Because they're ruled by their lower nature. You have a lot of these low vibrational energies, and they don't care if they're being set up. They don't care as long as they're enjoying the moment in life. And so a lot of these people put themselves in these situations to be in the situations that they're in. So P. Diddy put himself in this situation. So really, can we feel sorry for him? No. He can come in the courtroom with gray hair, looking the way he looks, trying to gain empathy and sympathy from the courtroom. But come on now, we know how arrogant and cocky he has been all over the media. We've seen the violent rages. We've heard about the threats. We've seen what he did on the tape, kicking Cassie. And for her to go back to him after that, it's very questionable to me. So like I said, you've seen on my other videos, I don't think she was 100% a victim. I said this last year. I said this back when she filed the court case, when she filed the lawsuit. And as far as R. Kelly, I think he's trying to get out. I hope they let him out. To me, he's still a musical genius. So many of these celebrities are so fake and phony. So many people have worked with him behind the scenes, worked with him on music. He's produced and written for so many people. A lot of these hit records that we have enjoyed throughout the years and probably still listen to is because of R. Kelly, influenced by R. Kelly. And I feel like the industry is so fake. These people are snakes, because as soon as you get into some type of legal trouble, everybody separates themselves because they know they've been complicit. They've known stuff and did not say anything. If you know something, you should say something. And that's just like somebody witnessing a crime right in front of their face and then they all go quiet. So you can clearly see how fake and phony these people are. You can clearly see that they are all out for themselves. I feel like the industry is so fake. I feel like 99% of the people in the industry are fake. And that's just my thoughts on it, y'all. So you let me know, what do you think? Do you think this Diddy trial is a distraction from something more? We have the ICE raids going on right now. We have this country in calamity, being divisive over politics right now. We have the melanated women versus melanated male conversation keep going on in the podcast every day, all day. I'm sick of that, because without a true family unit and a true family structure, we're weaker being individuals sometimes. But then also melanated females in particular have to be so careful because of the melanated males' very toxic nature, and that can be the other way around. There are a lot of females that can be toxic as well. So people always want to say, oh, this race has been traumatized. And yes, we do deal with trauma, and sometimes we do it to ourselves more than anyone else does. I'm hoping that at some point people will come together. Cam Newton just had K. Michelle on his podcast, and that's something else that I wanted to touch on. She was crying, saying that she dates outside of her race. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Whoever treats you right and whoever is going to, make you feel like you're appreciated, go for it. If they love you, who cares if that makes her feel comfortable? But she also said that Cam Newton creates broken families and broken homes, and he's not the only one. Let's look at 50 Cent, what he's going through. His child's mother, Shaniqua Tompkins, just came out on a podcast talking about him. She didn't want to be with him because he was verbally abusive and physically abusive. Apparently, he put hands on her while she was pregnant. And so that's one story right there. And then we have, Nick Cannon. Let's look at his 12 children. And is he with any of the mothers? No. Let's look at who else? DMX with 12 children as well. Was he with any of those mothers? No. Not to talk about him because he's no longer here, Earl Simmons. But when do we stop making this the common commonality in this community? When is it that broken homes, single mothers, baby mamas, baby daddies is not a flex? It's nothing to brag about. It's nothing to boast about. It's nothing to be happy about. You make yourself weaker. You don't have a family unit and a family structure. A child needs both parents regardless of what people say. And a mother can sit there and say all day, oh, I'm the daughter, I'm the man and the woman, I'm the daddy and the mom. You cannot be the man, no matter how hard, how alpha you think you are. It just doesn't work that way. And so we really need to change the narrative. There are males out here that spend more time with their male counterparts than they do with their own children, with their own significant others. They spend more time hanging out with other men than they do with their own families that they've made and created. And that makes no sense to me at all. When you want to talk about, like, just go out in public, go to the Walmart, go to your local Target. It's a white butterfly in the yard, y'all. It's so cute. You're gonna see a lot of single females at the grocery stores with their 3 or 4 children by themselves. You even see Hispanic people, and they have the fathers are there with them. In the Middle Eastern countries, the Middle Eastern families, the father is there. In the Asian communities, the fathers are around, and this is normalized. This should be normalized for us, but what have melanated people done? They think they're living in a video. They think they're living in a music video in a rap world. So it's F my baby mama, F my baby daddy. That is not cute. First of all, who wants the title of a baby mama and a baby daddy? You know, unless you have an arrangement of some sort, because I'm not against having an arrangement with someone. If you say, I want you to be my child's father, or I want you to be my child, and we got an understanding, but you are co-parenting, that's one thing, because females are getting so tired of males out here that they don't even want to deal with their nonsense. And I wholeheartedly say, explore those that appreciate you females out there, especially if you're a melanated female, because we know that these males like to go with an ambiguous, racially ambiguous female after they get money. They feel like you're no longer any good for them. And then we're going to hear 50 Cent's child's mother of the son talk about how she worked 16 hours a day at the toll booth helping to take care of 50 Cent when he got shot. But in the rap lyrics, what do we hear? Oh, you could catch me in the club, bottle full of bub. Nothing is talking about unity, family structure. Nothing is positive in any of these lyrics. I'm over it. I'm tired of it. We've been listening to the same nonsense for how long has hip hop been around? 30, 40 years, something like that. I don't know. But it went from positivity to negativity very fast, and we know why. Because the oppressor got involved in all of this. The jewels, if you will, set out to systematically cause destruction. And what did these people do? They sold their own communities out and went along with the program because they were making, thousands and millions of dollars. And at the end of the day, what did it do? It systematically destroyed our melanated community, our melanated families. And now you have children in school twerking, thinking it's cute. 8-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 3-year-olds. How do they know how to twerk? Because they're around this type of environment. They can do that, but they don't know their math. They don't know how to read, but they know how to twerk, y'all. They know all the rap lyrics to all these songs. They get super excited. Bow, 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 bow. I was working at the school last year, and that's what I heard walking down the hallway of an elementary school. I saw one of the parents come pick their child up in booty shorts in the middle of the AM. Like, this is as soon as school started. Got out of the car. You could see it all. Just disgusting. Very embarrassing. And it's like, why would you show up at your child's school looking that way? I've seen people at Walmart just showing it all. Yesterday I was on the interstate off the exit, and she probably was a prostitute, but you could see everything hanging out. She had on like a little skirt, and I think she was walking along the highway, y'all. It's just embarrassing, y'all. And females need to value themselves more. I see that melanated women do not love themselves enough. They don't value themselves enough, because if they did, they would stop putting up with this nonsense. They would stop going out and exploiting themselves like they're prostitutes. And they would stop prostituting their bodies. Just because the person is infamous or famous and they have money. You want to be with them, you want to get their money, and then what do you get in return? Cassie learned her lesson the hard way. Look at Young Miami, aka Carisha Please. That is nobody that your female daughter should want to look up to. City Girls, a Nicki Minaj, a Megan Thee Stallion. These are characters. These are caricatures. So when is it that melanated people will stop being characters and start being real people? When is it that you can drop the title and say your real name in public? I mean, because look at Brandy, look at Monica, look at Whitney Houston. They went by their real name. Bobby Brown goes by his real name. But then you have people out here that want to go by a moniker, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when do you stop having to live like you're in character? 40 and 50-year-old men still living like they're in character, like they're characters, and then you still have grown men that look up to these fools and clowns. So y'all, we just got to do better. This is just the message I want to get out to y'all. I didn't really have a set topic, but I will be talking to y'all later. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And you all have a blessed day. Ladies, females, and everyone, continue to walk in your divinity. And until next time, I'll check in with y'all later.